Hi everybody, it's week 14. This is your overview for Humanities 103 Mythology. And since I've run out of images that have to do with mythology, I thought I would just post a picture of my favorite mythological character there, which is my cat, TikTok. So this is going to be the last overview video that I record and post for all of you. So I'm covering everything from week 14 all the way through the end of the semester. So here's our course schedule, and you'll see that there are a couple of things due between now and the end of the semester. You have some readings for this week, which I'll show you in just a minute. But the things I want to call your attention to are the optional novel analysis conference, which I will talk about in just a minute. Obviously, your novel analysis project, which is due no later than Sunday, May 1st, and your final quiz, which will be open from Monday, April 25th, and closes on Sunday, May 1st. You can take it any day or time between those two dates. And then when you've wrapped everything up, please fill out the course evaluations, and there will be a link that you can follow to find that. This week is short and sweet. We're wrapping up the semester with discussions or information on some classic American tricksters. So Coyote, Raven, and the third one, American Trickster Tales, some of the most beloved fictional characters, primarily from children's stories. So I think it will be fun for you to click on that link, read at least 3 of those American Trickster Tales, see how many of them you recognize. Here's the information to help you wrap up the semester. Most of this has to do with your novel analysis project. So let me just run through these resources and let you know what I've posted here for you. The first one is a suggested outline for how you might organize your novel analysis paper. Now, I'm not saying that you absolutely have to follow this, but if you're a little bit unsure about how to start putting all of this information together, please look at that. It also gives you a good sense for the things that you absolutely have to include in your paper. So in that regard, the suggested outline really serves as a bit of a rubric that you can follow and make sure that you've included everything that the assignment requires. This assignment asks you to use MLA, that's Modern Language Association guidelines, for the works cited page and for the in-text citations. Now, I know a lot of you are old hands at this. You've written loads and loads of papers. You're very familiar with how to cite your sources. But I also know there are a few people in the class that this is all kind of brand new. And so that's why I have posted these sources for you. If you are not sure how to use the MLA guidelines for putting together the entries for your works cited page or how to cite your sources in the text, there's a link to a very comprehensive explanation of how to do that, the format to use for putting your citations together. And then I have listed 3 short videos that cover how to format your paper. And when we say formatting, we're thinking of things like the heading, the margins, the spacing, those sorts of things. Also, how to create the works cited page, which needs to be a separate page, which is not included in the word count of your paper. All right, so the works cited page is kind of like that little extra thing at the end. And then also how to cite in the text. I'm going to stop right here and just talk for 2 seconds about the importance of citing your information. So, to recap, you are only using sources from this semester. You're using the book that you're reading, that's one of your sources, and you can use any article or video that is posted in our Canvas course site. Do not go anywhere else to find information and put it in your paper. Okay, that's going to be a pretty significant problem if you do that. So just don't. So it's important that you cite all of the information that you use. So you can do it in 3 ways. You can summarize it, which means just to pull out the main points, you know. You can paraphrase it, which is using the text and rewriting it in your own words, in your own style. And then, of course, there's quoting. So quotes are excellent ways to sort of bring out the character in that part of the paper, you know, quoting the main character so that the readers can hear how that person speaks. If you have any other questions about how to cite any of the sources that are on our webpage, our Canvas course site, please drop me a line, let me know. Put it in the Ask the Instructor discussion forum, and that way other people can see the answer as well. Okay, let's move on here. All right, so here's just a screenshot of part of the suggested outline. All right, I'm not going to show you the whole thing because you can click on it and read it, but that just gives you a sense of how much I've included in here for you to follow. Remember, this paper is due at the end of the day on Sunday, May 1st. No late submissions accepted. I will have over 100 papers to read, and I don't have a lot of time to get those grades put together before I have to post grades. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you get it in on time. If you would like to meet with me briefly on Zoom to go over the rough draft of your paper, I would be happy to do that. This is optional. You don't have to, but here you go. So I've written down there a list of days and possible times. If you would like to do this, choose a date and time, reply to this discussion thread. I'll check those every day, and I will get back to you to confirm the date and time. I will send you a Zoom invitation. Please make sure you send me the rough draft of your paper at least 24 hours before your conference so that I can read through it, and you know, I will put some feedback on your paper, and that way I will know exactly what to talk to you about when we get together. So in my experience, these conferences have worked out really well. People have appreciated the little bit of feedback to get during your rough draft and revising process. It will really help you put together a good, solid paper. There won't be any office hours for the rest of the semester because I'm making time for those novel analysis conferences. But remember, if you have any questions at all about these upcoming assignments, please drop me a line in the Canvas inbox or post in the Ask the Instructor discussion forum. Okay, well, you've got a lot to do before the end of the semester, but hopefully I'm giving you plenty of time to do it. Don't put it off until the last minute. You have a couple of weeks now to get everything in to do a really, really good job. So I'm looking forward to reading those novel analysis papers, and let me know if you have any questions.